Stop everything you are doing right now. Not in a moment. Right now, let everything else fall away. Because what is about to happen is not accidental. Nothing about this moment is accidental. Do you realize what just happened? This video passed in front of millions of people today. Millions of people with faster fingers, more time, and better internet connections. The algorithm pushed this to over 47 million accounts in the last 72 hours, and every single one of them kept scrolling. Their thumbs moved right past this without stopping. But you stopped. Your thumb froze, and you did not even understand why. That was not curiosity, and it was not boredom or habit. That was heaven reaching through the screen and stopping your attention because there is something inside this message that has your name on it. Something that has been waiting in the spiritual realm for the exact moment when you would be in enough pain, enough readiness, or enough holy desperation to finally stop and receive it. Out of 47 million people, only 9 were chosen to stop. 7 of them lost their nerve and already closed this. They will spend years wondering why their breakthrough never came, and they will never trace it back to this moment. But you are still here. You are the 8th, you are the 9th, and this message was sealed specifically for the soul who made it this far. Type 777 in the comments right now, not after you finish, but right now while the weight of this moment is still on you. When those 3 numbers leave your fingers, you are not just leaving a comment, you are stepping into a covenant. You are placing your name on something that exists beyond this screen. You are saying, yes, I receive what was prepared for me before the foundation of the world. Type it now, because I need to tell you something. I know why you are really here, not the reason you told yourself when you sat down today. You told yourself you were just scrolling, just curious, just passing time. But I know the truth, and that truth has been building for a long time. I know because I saw you. I saw you 3 nights ago somewhere between midnight and 3 a.m., awake when you should have been asleep. It was not just insomnia. It was that heaviness, that pressure in your chest with no clear explanation. You were lying there staring at the ceiling, having the same conversation with yourself that you have been having for months. Is this it? Is this all there is? How much longer can this go on? And underneath all those questions was one quieter than the rest. Does anyone actually see me? Am I doing all of this for something real? I heard that question, every version of it, every night you asked it, and I have been trying to answer it for 1,826 days. That is the number. That is how long this season has lasted. 1,826 days. 5 years if you count it. 5 years of stretching and struggling and almost reaching it, but not yet, of holding on and waiting. 5 years of watching people around you step into things that felt like they were meant for you. I see you, and I have always seen you. Hit the like button right now if any of that just touched something deep inside you. That click is your signal. That is you saying, yes, this is me. I am here, and I receive this. I need you to understand something about yourself that no one has told you yet, because you have only been seeing the surface of what has been happening. You have not seen what has been moving around you. I saw you 6 months ago sitting in your car in a parking lot you never planned to stop in. You had been driving without a destination because moving felt easier than being still. You sat there with your hands on the wheel for 20 minutes, tired in a way that sleep could not fix. And in that car, in that parking lot, in a life that needed something you could not even name, you whispered something so quietly it was almost nothing, but I heard it. You said if something does not change soon, I do not know how much longer I can keep going. I saw you 3 weeks ago lying awake at 2:47 in the morning, your phone resting on your chest, the house quiet, everyone else asleep, going over numbers that never seemed to add up, checking your bank account again and again, not because you expected it to change, but because looking at something real felt better than the uncertainty in your mind. I saw you in that conversation 2 months ago, when someone spoke about your future in a dismissive way, something that sounded like a door closing. You nodded and agreed out loud, but inside, something in you sank. And later that night, you stood in front of the mirror and asked a question I never want you to ask again. Maybe they are right. Maybe I have been believing in something that was never meant for me. I saw you in your spiritual life going through the motions because you did not want to become the kind of person who stops trying. But the words felt empty, and the silence after your prayers felt longer and heavier. Your tears have a number. Heaven does not let a single one fall without recording it. The current total is 47,219. Every single tear collected, every single one counted, and every one stored in vessels that have not yet been opened. Because the tears that fall in the hardest seasons are never wasted. What is stored will be released, what was taken will be returned, multiplied and transformed beyond what was lost. Every midnight prayer that felt like it bounced off the ceiling was not ignored. Those prayers were received, they were processed in a place you cannot see, and they were building a case. And that case reached its conclusion 72 hours ago. Comment "I see it now" below this video if any of this feels like your story, if those words just touched something deep inside you. Now let me tell you what has truly been happening for the past 1,826 days, because it is not what you thought. You believed the struggle was random. You thought the delays were just life. You blamed yourself and went back through your decisions trying to find where you went wrong, the moment everything shifted. But that is not what happened. For 1,826 days, there has been a coordinated spiritual operation against your life, not random and not impersonal, but targeted and specifically assigned. 12 entities were given authority over your situation 1,826 days ago. They formed a strategy, divided responsibilities, one assigned to your finances to create limits and unexpected losses, one assigned to your relationships to press on your wounds, one assigned to your mind, especially during the hours between 2 and 4 in the morning when your defenses are lowest, one to your health, one to your purpose, and one to your spiritual life to make prayer feel empty and worship feel lifeless at the moments you needed strength the most. They studied you. They know your triggers, your weaknesses, and exactly what to create to make you feel abandoned. They have been operating with careful precision, not because you are weak, but because of what they know you carry. Because the version of you that steps into what was prepared cannot be controlled by them. That version changes generations. They knew who you were before you realized it, and they tried everything to stop you from discovering it. But there is something they did not expect. The faith that kept showing up even when it felt pointless. The worship that continued even when it felt empty. The prayers that kept rising even when they seemed unanswered. They built their plan around a version of you that would break, but you refused to break. You bent so far it looked like breaking, but your foundation held. It always held. 72 hours ago, in a place you cannot see, a final decision was made. The authority those 12 entities had over your life expired. The contract was canceled. The decision was final, and the moment it was declared, something shifted around your life in a way that cannot be reversed. Right now, as you read this, something may be happening inside you. A warmth in your chest that is not your imagination. That is presence moving through the places where the weight has been living. You may feel something lifting from your shoulders, something you did not even realize you were carrying. You may feel tears rising without knowing why. Let them come. Those are not tears of sadness. They are the breaking of something that has been holding you. A divine force has been sent with specific instructions concerning your life, not general blessings, but precise restoration, recovery, removal of what stood against you, and the opening of what has been closed for 1,826 days. What was working against you is over. The assignment is canceled. The contract is finished. Now listen carefully to what will happen in the next 7 days. Within 7 days, you will receive a message from someone you have not heard from in at least 3 years, someone from a chapter you thought was already closed. The message will mention something specific from your past that connects directly to your present, and it will not feel random. Do not ignore it, because it is not coincidence. Within 168 hours from now, a financial surprise is coming. Pay attention to the amount, because it will include the numbers 3, 7, or 11. It may be a refund you forgot about, or someone returning money you had already given up on. The money is coming, and the number within it is a sign. Within the next 72 hours, someone you interact with regularly will say something that feels like they somehow read your thoughts. A phrase or question that lands with deep meaning. That is a message reaching you through someone who does not even realize it. You will also have a dream within the next 7 days that feels different from your usual dreams, more real and more vivid. You will remember it when you wake up. It may include water, a key, an open door, or light breaking through darkness. Write it down immediately, because it carries direction. Now let me tell you about people who stood where you are right now. Asa from Dallas had been unemployed for 14 months when she came across a message like this. 14 months of applying and hearing nothing. Her savings gone and her emergency funds finished. The night she watched it, She was sitting on the floor of her apartment because it matched how she felt inside. She typed 777 with hands still shaking from crying earlier. 68 hours later, she received a message from a company she had applied to almost a year before and had completely forgotten. The salary was $47,300 higher than her previous job. She called and could barely speak through her tears, repeating that she could not believe it, but it was real. Marcus from Atlanta had been dealing with a diagnosis for 2 years, going through treatments and watching things get worse. He watched a message like this sitting in his car outside the hospital, unable to go inside. He typed 777 because he felt he had nothing left. 71 hours later, his scan results came back completely different, not improved, but clear. His doctor said there was no medical explanation, and Marcus replied that he had one. Jennifer from Phoenix was only 3 days away from losing her house. She found this message late at night while reading foreclosure papers again. She typed the declaration, closed her laptop, and slept peacefully for the first time in weeks. Within 68 hours, she received a call about a settlement she did not even know she was entitled to. It was $83,700, enough to save her home completely. David from Chicago was 6 days from bankruptcy, sitting alone in an empty office that once had a team. He found this message at 3:33 in the morning and typed 777 without emotion because he had stopped feeling anything. 73 hours later, a company reached out to acquire his work, offering $77,000, pulling him out of bankruptcy completely. These are real stories of people who acted before they had proof. That is what faith is, not just feeling, but action without evidence. And your story is next. Now you must do something within the next 24 hours. Not later, not when it feels easier, but within the next 24 hours. 3 doors must close completely. The first is a draining relationship, and the person came to your mind as soon as I said it. Someone who only reaches out when they need something. Someone who leaves you feeling smaller. You kept that door open out of loyalty, but it must close today, not from anger, but from wisdom. You are not abandoning anyone. You are protecting something more important than comfort. The second door is a private habit, something that only shows up when no one is watching, a pattern that pulls your energy somewhere you never truly chose. This is not about shame. It was designed to keep you stuck and distant from your progress. When the urge comes, stop immediately and say out loud that door is closed and that version of you is finished. The third door is fear disguised as logic, the voice that tells you to be realistic when you are being asked to trust fully. That voice uses your past as proof, but it is not wisdom. It is something that has been living in your mind without permission, trying to stop any change that would remove it. Within the next 24 hours, do something that voice has been telling you not to do. Send the message, make the call, take the step. Fear does not protect you, it only wants to stay. Share this video with 3 people within the next 24 hours. The names that come to your mind are not random. When you send it, you are delivering something meant for them, and when you help others move forward, your own progress accelerates. Subscribe and stay connected, because what is coming next may unlock something you have been waiting for. Type 1 stand firm in the comments right now, because your words matter. Now listen carefully. In the next 48 hours, there will be resistance. An argument may appear suddenly, something small that grows into something bigger, designed to pull you back into old emotions. Someone from your past may reach out at the exact moment you feel uncertain. Do not go back. That is not healing, it is an attempt to pull you back. Even your own mind may start speaking against you, telling you this is too good to be real. That voice is not truth, it is fear reacting to change. This is where many people step back without realizing it. When that resistance comes, speak out loud that you see what is happening and you are not going back. Repeat it as many times as needed. This is not weakness, it is strength. Now receive this blessing. Let yourself feel hope again without holding back. Let your finances shift in ways that change how you think about money. May abundance become natural for you. May debts be removed through ways you never expected. May provision come from places you never imagined. May your body respond with strength and healing in every part that has been struggling. May energy return where it has been missing. May every harmful relationship fall away easily and peacefully. May the right people come into your life and stay. May your mind find peace and release the thoughts that have been keeping you awake at night. May clarity replace confusion in every area of your life. May peace become your constant state no matter what is happening around you. May your future and your family line shift into something stronger and better than what came before. May your purpose become clear and undeniable. May your gifts open doors for you that no one else could open. May you be protected from anything meant to harm you. May every plan against you fail before it reaches you. Now there are two paths in front of you. In one, you leave this and feel something for a while, but take no action. Life continues as it always has, and years later you are still waiting. In the other path, you act now. You close the doors, you take the steps, and your life begins to change. 3 years from now, you are the story that inspires someone else. Both futures exist, and your choice decides which one becomes real. Type one choose breakthrough in the comments right now. You came here one way, and you will not leave the same. Out of millions, this reached you for a reason. You are seen, every struggle, every tear, every moment you kept going. Everything has been building toward this moment. Your breakthrough is not far away, it is here. The only thing between you and it is your decision to believe that this was meant for you. Now take action. Subscribe, share, declare, close the doors, and receive what was always meant for you.